Could Pokemon Legends ZA signify the return of immerse shipping, not just in the anime, but also in the games? Let's talk about and discuss, but first, let's talk about why immerse shipping was so popular and is still popular to this day. Ash Ketchum, as we all know, has been a 10-year-old boy for the entirety of his life, alright? We grew up with him, we loved him, that's pretty much how most of us got into the franchise of Pokemon in the first place, but he never grew up. But despite that, he's been around multiple people throughout this entire time, and there have always been different shipping pairs for him. Ash and Misty, Ash and May, Ash and Dawn, etc, etc. Basically, anytime he had a female companion, it was pretty much shipped that Ash was with this person or whatever. There's always a certain group of people that's going to ship Ash with whoever his main female companion is at that time. And it's crazy because till that point, there was some leeway to Ash and Misty. There were some hints in the English dub and even to some degree the Japanese dub. In fact, it looked like when Pokemon was only going to go for 2 generations, it looked as if with the first and second movies, well, the second movie is straight up like hinted and teased that, oh, Misty has a crush or Misty likes Ash. But in the first one, there's once a point where it looked like the future of the Pokemon anime was going to end off with Ash and Misty having a daughter. So till this point, Ash and Misty were like the #1 pair, and then it went on for like 5-6 generations, and in Gen 6, that's when it was officially confirmed that there was a character being made specifically for Ash as a romantic interest. All these years of theorizing and speculating and like talking about shipping pairs and all this good jazz, and it took that long for Pokemon to be like, hey, you know what? You don't gotta make no theories or speculation or discuss it anymore. We're gonna make a character for you for this purpose. And thus, Serena was born in the anime. Now, obviously, Serena is a character from the game as well, but in the anime, her purpose, not her entire purpose, but she was made as a romantic interest for Ash. So this is like the canonical shipping for Ash. This is like the OTP, you could say. So naturally, the way it progressed in the anime was in such a way where it's built up that they have some romance going between each other. It's not so heavily shown as it is in other animes or anything. It's still Pokemon, but you can see their story unfold, and you can see how their feelings get stronger and stronger for each other. Now, obviously, this was a pair in Kalos. This was something that was shown off in Kalos in the X and Y anime, and it's been years and generations still since we've been to Kalos like that, and it was shown off again in Journeys. But the thing is, Ash Ketchum's journey is over. As far as we know, as far as we are in Horizons, there's no sign of Ash Ketchum. Maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't, who knows? But it doesn't look like he's coming back anytime soon. Now, maybe with Legends ZA, he might come back to the anime. Maybe he's a bit older, maybe he's not, who knows? But if Pokemon Legends ZA is set in the future at all, then I think there's a possibility of him appearing in the anime again. And let's assume Legends ZA is set in the past. There's still a way to go about this, right? If we take it in the context of the anime, if Legends ZA is set in the past, you could have, and like there's a protagonist from X and Y that works as a follower again, you could have Serena from the anime as a follower in Legends ZA, and maybe Ash is there with them, right? That works out pretty well, and if it's the future, it's obvious. Just age them up a little bit, show Ash and Serena together or whatever, it works. You can show immerse shipping that way. And in the context of the games, this works out pretty well as well, right? Because there's been a lot of hints since X and Y in the anime. There's been a lot of hints towards Ash actually existing within the games. The main game actually comes from Sun and Moon. In Sun and Moon, you had Ash Greninja be present in those games, right? And not only that, in the Mimikyu trial in Sun and Moon, you actually see Ash with this Pikachu, implying that he's there within the games. And more so than that, recently, we actually got another mention or hint towards Ash Greninja legitimately being in the universe of the games, as in Scarlet and Violet, you see a painting in Nemona's house of Ash Greninja. What's up with all this, right? It's just, Ash has to be in the games in some way. even way back when I made mention to Steven in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, referring to his battle with Alon and, you know, his time with Alon in the anime. And Alon's an anime only character, which means there is some, if I took that video was a joke, I'm probably showing it on screen right now. That video was an entire joke. I know it looked very different from how it used to. But I took less satire. I made a funny little skit out of it. But since that time, that was Gen 6, since that time we've gotten the hints in Gen 7 with Ash Greninja and Ash being shown off in the Mimikyu trial, and now in Gen 9, again Ash Greninja is being shown off. It's possible that Steven wasn't like just a reference. Maybe Alon does exist in the game universe. And if Alon exists, Ash should exist. I'm pretty sure Ash exists in the game universe at this point. Okay? Like, I'm in some way, shape, and form. Maybe it's not our Ash, but it's some kind of Ash. He even is in Masters now. Right? So, the possibility of him being in Legend Z8 is, I don't know how great it is, but it's more likely than ever, is all I'm trying to say. Okay? Now let's look at it in the context of Legend ZA being set in the future. If Legend ZA is set in the future, and now Ash doesn't exist in the anime at all, like he's not coming back to the anime, he's not gonna show up, then great. Every possibility that Ash actually makes it in the games, because I think the reason why he wasn't in the games is because it would break canon from the anime and the games. They try to keep it separate, but now Ash isn't in the anime. You know, he's just not in the anime. So they might be inclined to throw him in the games. It's good marketing, if you ask me, if they throw him in the games. It's only at the end of his journey, that in Journeys, that they decided to throw him in Masters, right? So now that we've hit the peak of his journey. He's gone. He's done. He can show up in the games. If it's a future title in Legend ZA, great. Simple. He's just aged up a little bit. Done. Whatever. Right? If it's the past, I think this will also work. It's a bit more tricky, but I think the way you would make it work is have Ash be a faller, and that Ash's Greninja also come with him, and that would in turn go in with the anime's lore of Ash. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Ash Greninja was fabled to be like this old legacy figure, old legacy Pokemon, old legendary Pokemon kind of thing, fable times, lore, all that good jazz. It basically made an appearance way back when in the past. But how could that be if this is Ash Greninja? If this is the battle phenomenon, the bond phenomenon between Ash and Greninja, right? So this has to mean that somewhere Ash Greninja made an appearance in the past. Now, if Ash Greninja didn't go alone, there's every possibility that Ash Greninja just gets transported back into the past and we're able to catch it, whatever. But if it didn't go alone and it went with somebody, that's gotta be Ash. That's gotta be Ash and Greninja. And with that, you open up every possibility of Amur shipping being there. I know Serena has to get there as well. I understand that. They can make that happen. I'm not too concerned about that aspect. The main concern is Ash getting there. If we can see Ash in the games, then they can easily find a way to reference it or make mention of it or have Serena there, whatever. The good thing about X and Y is that no matter the universe, Serena exists in the games. Because, you know, her and Callum are present irrespective of who you pick as the player character. But honestly, with the lore in the anime that Ash Greninja did make an appearance in the past, and that, you know, this is Ash Greninja in the past, nobody else is Greninja, hey, it might be a hint towards Legend ZA. I didn't think about this till I started recording this video. I'm really glad I started recording this video because I think I might have hit something. Pretty sure Ash Greninja in the anime, that whole lore behind it, is a hint towards Legend ZA, and possibly Ash coming into the anime, and possibly then a hint towards Amur shipping. I know this video started off as an Amur shipping video, somehow it turned into Ash is gonna be there with Greninja in Legend ZA, but oh well. Paris is the city of love, man. You gotta show it off a little bit, just a little bit. People want to see Amur shipping again. We can see it in the anime, maybe we can see it in the games as well. Let's see, who knows how it goes. pretty amped. And hey, if this is the real thing that Astro Ninja was in the games in the past, probably gonna be there in the anime, so let's see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna have another shipping video next week. Expect once a week shipping videos, hopefully, maybe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you over in the next video, alright? Bye!